A naughty kid was pretending to be the Monkey King on a bus. He almost lost his life because of it. He used his golden staff to hit a man sitting nearby. Little did he know the man was suffering from a severe mental illness. If the man lost control of his emotions, the consequences could be disastrous. The man gritted his teeth, clenched his fists tightly, and tried his best to control his emotions. However, the kid showed no signs of stopping. He shouted loudly, while whining to his mom that he wanted to play with the man's tablet. The mom immediately got up and approached the man, demanding that he hand over the tablet for her son to play with. Seeing how unreasonable the mother was, the man quickly explained that he needed his tablet and couldn't lend it out. To his surprise, the mom's expression changed instantly. She started insulting the man for being rude. Before finishing her rant, she reached out and tried to snatch the man's tablet. Her behavior instantly drew the displeasure of other passengers. They stood up for the man, saying the woman was an uncivilized troublemaker and her son was poorly behaved. They pointed out that forcing someone to lend their belongings was outrageous, calling them modern-day bandits. Hearing this, the naughty kid burst into tears. Seeing her son upset, the mother became even more unreasonable. She redirected all her anger toward the man, slapped him hard across the face, and started making absurd accusations, blaming the man for deliberately holding the tablet to tempt her son. To make matters worse, the mom stomped on the tablet with her foot and shattered it. Seeing this, the man stood up to confront the woman, but she raised her hand and slapped him 3 times in a row, all while hurling insults and provoking him. The man was on the verge of losing his temper, but he suddenly remembered his doctor's advice. Using the last shred of his sanity, he unclenched his fists and explained to the woman that he had just been discharged from a mental hospital. He begged her not to push him any further, warning her of the consequences if he lost control. Unexpectedly, the woman burst into laughter. Thinking the man was bluffing, she became even more aggressive, intent on teaching him a lesson. As they argued, the man's medication accidentally fell out of his pocket. The woman assumed the man was faking his illness and continued to insult him for being weak, saying he wasn't man enough. At this point, the man was struggling to hold back his emotions. He quickly picked up the pills, hoping to calm himself by taking them, but just as he was about to take the medicine, the woman snatched it away. She poured the pills onto the ground and crushed them under her foot. The man tried to calm himself, clutching a jade pendant in his hand, hoping to return home safely to see his father. But at that moment, the naughty kid set his sights on the man's jade pendant, demanding his mom take it for him to play with. Before the man could react, the mom had already yanked the pendant off his neck. The man pleaded with her to return it, explaining it was the only keepsake his father had left him, but the woman showed no remorse. Instead, she smashed the pendant on the ground, shattering it into pieces. At that moment, the man could no longer hold back. He decided to teach the woman a lesson.